Alright guys, it's Dokkan time, and today we are going to be going over the newly EZA'd Videl and the new free-to-play Kid Trunks for the umpteenth time. This Kid Trunks has so many different iterations of him, I'm astonished that there's just so many. It's just so funny to me. But anyways, so we're going to start off with Videl. Both of these units are free-to-play units. So my builds are very straightforward for both of them, in all honesty. As you can see on the right side of the screen, they are both full dodge units. Now, y'all know, if you've seen my other free-to-play videos, when I look at a free-to-play unit, I still highly consider what they're good for. What is the content you can take them into? What is it that they're going to be useful for? And both of these units, in my personal opinion, are 100% just dodge units. That's all they are. That's how their kits are built. Their support. They're not here to do damage, although I will say Trunks can do a little bit of damage. For a free-to-play unit, he can do pretty good damage. But yeah, there's no difference between their builds. This is why I was just going to go ahead and throw them both into one video, because I didn't see any point in separating them. But yeah, so let's just kind of get into her kit now. So as I would say, Videl is kind of the weaker of the two. So Videl has very little options. She only has two 200% teams, three actually. On JP you have Roshi. I wish we had Roshi on Global, but we do not. That would be an ideal team to run Videl. Is on Master Roshi, STR Master Roshi's team. That is an ideal team. Otherwise, you're stuck to whatever movie hero teams you could potentially throw her onto. So she greatly raises defense for one turn, and then greatly lowers the enemy's defense. Not bad, not bad. Good utility. She has Ki +1 up to 3 and attack and defense +50 up to 150 per movie heroes category ally on the team. So, as you can see right here, you have to run movie heroes, or you need to at least have 3 other movie hero allies on the team, including herself. So, 4 movie hero units on the team with her. She does have chance to evade enemy attack plus 5% up to 15 per movie heroes as well, as the first attacker in a turn. And then she has plus additional attack 120 when performing a super, 50% chance to evade, plus an additional defense plus 120 for 5 turns for after evading an attack, and then plus an additional defense plus 50% and chance of evading enemy's attack, plus 8% within the same turn with each attack evaded, including super attack. All allies Ki +1, attack and defense +30, and then plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% for all allies for 2 turns, and launches an additional attack that is a 50% chance of becoming a super tech as the first attacker in a turn. So, if you didn't tell, she's supposed to be put into slot 1. She's got about a 65% chance to dodge in slot 1 as long as you have 3 other movie heroes allies. And she can actually have much more depending on if she actually dodges. The thing is, she has to dodge. So if she dodges one attack, that 65 will go up to 73. And then if she dodges again, it'll go up to 81, and then 89, and then 97, and then 100% chance to dodge. So the issue here is that if she doesn't dodge, she won't get more dodge chance, and if she doesn't dodge, honestly, she's probably going to die. Her links are actually abysmal. I'm not going to lie to you there. They're pretty bad. Cold Judgment, Courage, Money, 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 Blazing Battle, Infighter, and Battle Diva, and Shattering the Limit. More than likely, you will never have any of her links going off on an actual team. A free-to-play team, you'll have Shattering the Limit, potentially Battle Diva, depending on your rotations. Cold Judgment, perhaps, but Money, Money, Money is never going to go off. Courage is never going to go off. Infighters maybe will go off. Blazing Battle will never go off. These are just terrible links for this unit. It's very unfortunate that they didn't want to change it. As far as her categories go, not the most amazing. Obviously, on a Peppy Gals team, she can be fine. The issue I have with her on a Peppy Gals team in general is the fact that you need to have movie hero allies. At least 3. So, I mean, when looking at all the options for Peppy Gals, there's very few, if not virtually none, movie heroes. So it's pretty rough when looking at this cast of units, because they're only movie hero-esque units that are you can throw onto a team with her on Peppy Gals would probably be free-to-play units. And that's just kind of not acceptable. But it is what it is. Dragon Ball Seekers doesn't have a good enough team. Movie heroes, like we said, we have Gogeta. You know, you got Earthlings, I guess, as an option. But once again, you have to have movie heroes. So her team options are very scarce, to say the least. You can definitely go for double Gogeta. But personally, double Gogeta is not comfortable. Because she doesn't have any links going off. So let's take a look at her defense numbers. If she's on a full movie heroes team, after evading an attack 3 times in slot 1 with 44% support, you can magically get up to 1 mil defense. Now, it says the max possible defense is 1.6. This is true. If you focus on additional. That is the worst idea you could ever do. I mean, don't get me wrong, 1.2 million defense is respectable. 1.2 million defense is respectable for a free-to-play unit. This is a good free-to-play unit, don't get me wrong. I apologize for bashing on her too much. But my issue with Videl is the fact that she just doesn't have a lot of options. Her team is either movie heroes with Gogeta leading at 200%, or it's on Master Roshi's team, which is not available on Global as of right now. But JP users can probably take advantage of that. And I did test her on a private server. I saw her on a private server. And she fits decently well, okay-ish, on a Master Roshi team. But I never found a comfortable way to have her links going off. And that's the issue I have with this Videl, is like, she is pure dodge or die. Pure dodge or die. I do not believe there's any other way to build her. Is just full dodge. 27 dodge if you have the orbs to do it, man. Though I will say, you know, that support, this 20% support for 2 turns, I like it, man. I think that's nice. If you can manage to find a way to get her and Bulma and the trio onto a team, I mean, that would be an absurd amount of extra support, not gonna lie. It would be very interesting. But anyways, I think we've been sitting on Videl for a little bit here, so let's go ahead and move on to Trunks. So Trunks is like the 3rd or 4th version of this Kid Trunks that's been thrown into the game. I don't know why they consistently want to do this. But anyways, he's a full dodge unit as well. Put the rest into additional. There's no other way to really build him. Though I will say maybe he has a little bit of extra leeway and you can go ahead and give him like 9 additional if you so choose. But because he's a Super Saiyan unit, he is on Super Saiyan teams. He's on movie heroes, so Gogeta also. You know, Fizz Trio, Super Saiyan Trio, and then, you know, hybrids, Vegeta family. You know, he fits on a lot of good teams. He greatly raises defense for 3 turns. He raises allies' defense by 30% for the turn. Key +2 attack and defense 140, plus an additional attack plus 140, and launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming super when there is another Hybrid Saiyan category ally attacking the same turn. That part right there is a little unfortunate because, you know, Hybrid Saiyans is good right now, but as you're about to see through the rest of his kit, he also wants to be in slot 1, which can be conflicting with other Hybrid Saiyans in the game, such as Beast Gohan. Hybrid Saiyan category allies, key +1 attack and defense 25%. Key +1 attack and defense plus 25% for allies whose name includes Gohan Teen or Goten Kid within the character's attacking turn for 4 turns from the character's entry turn. So that is a temporary buff to those 2. Plus an additional defense plus 40% when receiving an attack. 50% chance of dodge, plus an additional chance of evading enemies' attack as the first attacker, plus 20% as the first attacker in a turn. So in the slot 1, he has 70% chance to dodge. That's already more. That's already 5% more than Videl. Plus an additional attack, plus 140 temporarily, and temporary high chance of performing a crit upon the character's next attack after evading an attack. So basically, he dodges once, and for that turn only, he will have an additional attack plus 140. and 50% chance to crit, which is why you don't need crit in him either, even as a free-to-play unit. Plus an additional chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20%, up to 20% within a turn, within the next attacking turn, every time the character evades 5 or more attacks in battle. So he has a physical Rose ability here, in which every time Trunks dodges 5 times, he will get an extra 20% chance to dodge. So if you're like me and you're terrible at math, that's a 90% chance to dodge if he's in slot 1. That's pretty good for a supportive free-to-play slot 1 unit. That's pretty crazy for a dodge tank. He, weirdly enough, has an active skill that directs all enemy attacks at him. I don't know why you would want to do this, other than to just taunt the enemy. And then categorize, Hybrid Saiyan categorize key plus 4 for 1 turn. The most random thing ever, and he can use it after evading 5 or more attacks. So I think the way that they're telling you this is that as soon as you're able to activate this, that's how you know you've hit, the first time anyways, that you've hit 5 dodges, and you should be in slot 1 having a 90% chance to dodge. So that's the reason that's there. The game's like, you have a 90% chance to dodge, man. What are you afraid of? Just direct all attacks at him. So I get it. He's a Kid Trunks. He's got Kid Trunks links. Budding Warrior, Instance, Cold Warrior, Z Fighters, Prepare for Battle. Not terrible. At least he has Prepare for Battle and Super Saiyan. But yeah, he's on some good teams. Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough support in the world to make the Goten and Trunks units better at this point. We highly need the physical Goten and Trunks right here to be getting an EZA, and that's when I think it's pretty much confirming that this Goten and Trunks will be getting an EZA, because there's not really any other unit that they can like benefit on that. So, and as I said, there's already been other freaking Kid Trunkses like this. It's very weird that they keep throwing in this Kid Trunks specifically. So, but anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it. I mean, oh wait, we have to look at his defense. His defense is Hybrid Saiyan ally, evading attack, 3 super attack effects, which you'll never have, an active skill with 40% support, 1.1 million defense. Odds are you will never hit 1.1 million defense. You're not going to always have the active skill up. You'll more than likely only have 2 super attack effects up, not 3, because the odds of you triple supering are pretty low. So on average, I would probably say you're never going to go above, like, you'll probably never be above 700k defense. Yeah. He's got pretty low defense numbers. He's got much lower defense than Videl, but Videl is never having her links going off, so that's an issue as well. Both of these units have their issues. They have their struggles. This one just has very little team options, but the team she can go on, she's a very solid, good dodge unit to be throwing onto the team. I like this Videl. I think she's good. She's an actual usable free-to-play unit. And then the Trunks specifically is a fantastic option for Super Saiyans, especially for newer players. I mean, even for veteran players, I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of this Trunks. Put full dodge into him and just watch him dodge in slot 1 while they just go crazy. Yeah, I think he'll actually see some good gameplay. I do. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the Intelligence free-to-play Kid Trunks and the STR Videl, and let me know how you're going to build them. Have a good day and a good night, everyone.